bases were loaded, and Coach Bear came to talk to me, and she's like, all right, look who's at third base. What's your best pitch to hit? And we kind of talked about it a little bit, and she's like, all right, you're standing in for the first one. You see outside, you go for it. And she pitched right outside. So it was like batting practice at that point, because that's the pitch I was looking for. So I saw it come off the bat, and I knew that I was at least scoring one, went over her. So we at least scored two. It was awesome.
Congratulations on the win. ECU with an error early, you with no errors throughout the game, just goes to show you how important your defense was today.
Yeah, we've been working on our defense a lot this season, just backing up our pitchers. They've thrown a heck of a season in general, so that was really important. We're kind of focusing on remaining calm and play, recover, play. So I think you kind of saw that today.
Tell me about that seventh inning where they had the bases loaded, really close to scoring. What was going through the minds of your team in that moment?
Yeah, so I think in everybody's mind, we knew we were going to win that game. Coming down, bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Everyone was ready for it. We all knew what we had to do if we're getting the ball. But I don't think we've really been put in that kind of situation yet this season with so much, it's you lose one game, you're out. So stakes were high. I think it was really exciting, and I think we're all ready for the ball to come to us. So
I was going to ask you, with this game and even the South Florida series, does it feel like postseason games, the atmosphere, kind of the intensity going up for this group?
Yeah, I can't really explain why, but it feels a little different. I think it's because we know, we've never been to second round, and it doesn't really matter what you do or what you did in the past seasons. Like, you're here for this conference tournament right here, and we've been saying since the beginning, since last year, that we're getting conference championships. So I think you definitely just see the focus and the real passion for it in these games, because we definitely have a goal, and it's near.
How do games and wins against top-ranked teams like Arizona and Florida really prepare you for moments like you had today?
Yeah, so I'm always really big on and our team is just, playing Sally. So it's awesome playing those games, but at the same time, the game doesn't change itself. I think we're kind of looking at ECU as we have to beat them. They're almost putting them as one of those teams. So I think, going in there with focus for each pitch, it replicates kind of how we did that with Florida and Arizona as well.
What was it like for you guys playing your first postseason game in almost 2 years now?
It's pretty cool. It's been really different since the last 2 times. Almost the whole team has really kind of changed, except for, the super seniors, and just coming in. We didn't get to do this last year, and that was our main thing. We all were headstrong about it last year. We knew we were going to win, definitely. And so coming in this year and kind of changing it a little bit, because, our team changes a little bit, but same goal, same mindset. So.
All right, guys, we got time for one more question for Denali here.
All right, so what's the approach now moving over to the next round after finally getting that win in the conference tournament?
Well, we're playing USF or Memphis, I believe. So depending on that game, I think we're looking pretty good from our previous series. Focus is just, still with the championship in mind, but still playing one pitch, one play at a time. Just got to play like we play.
It's huge. I knew that our team could do it since day one of this season, but it's just a matter of actually doing it. Talk is cheap when it comes to postseason. So loved how they played under control. They kept their demeanor, they kept their composure, even when we went down 2-0 in the second inning. Just love how we fought back 2-1 in the second inning. We just love how we fought back and kept fighting, and we were smoking the ball, and again, it's kind of been our mantra this year is smoke the ball right at people. So, but when you do that, great things are going to happen, and the rabbit gets the big hit for us to push ahead.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Talk about your pitching today. Aaliyah got dinged a little bit, a couple of solo home runs, and then Gianna comes in a big moment with the back-to-back Ks.
Yeah, thank you. No, you know what? You could say that, but there were also some big moments where Aaliyah got out of with strikeouts. And again, ECU can swing it. You know, they swing free, and 3 solo home runs, we still won the ball game. So, and then G coming in, it's so awesome because I've actually been in that situation with her before when she was a freshman. And I told her, I was like, we've been here before. And she struck their best hitter out in the same scenario against, I think it was like North Dakota State. So I felt like we've been here, we've done this, we've experienced it, and you won. We know how to do that. But you know, with those two in the circle or in the bullpen, whoever, in whatever order, it's tough to beat us. So, you know, we're going to continue to use those two and Bree if we have to. They're all 3 great pitchers, and they're going to keep us in any game that we need to be in.
Jada comes in, hits a sac fly that ends up being the game-winning run. Talk about how much she's meant to your team down the latter part of the season.
She's she's the most valuable player. But that's hard to say because I could say that of probably about 6 or 7 of our kids. But Jada is, you know, she's the kid that was dancing up and down the aisle today on the bus, getting the team going. She is our spark plug. Actually, those two, Denali and Jada, were the 2 dancing down the aisle. So, you know, she plays big defensively, offensively, base running, and she's a freshman. So it's just exciting for her and for UCF. I mean, to have that type of player, that game changer player is huge, and love to see her have that success so early in her career.
Maybe you need more players to dance in the bus before games. Denali. Denali with the big hit. I mean, she's so nonchalant. Every game she produces quietly, but she's so valuable. Just talk about her and what she brings to the table.
Yeah, it's crazy because the conversation that we had when they called timeout was literally word for word what she just said to you. I'm like, she is dialed in, man. She remembers it all, and she was just locked in. Like, all right, you want me to do that? You know, because typically in those situations, we pinch hit for her, and I thought, why? They're throwing her strikes, and she can hit this. And she did, and it was just awesome. But again, she trains for that. She trains to be a triple threat. Same with Elise Volpe, and so that we don't have to bring a big hitter in those scenarios. So, as a defense and as a pitching staff, it's hard to throw to that. What do you do? So, so exciting. And you're right. We need to get more people dancing down that line if they're game changers in the game. So, good advice. I'll take it.
ECU gives up the unearned run in the first. 2 errors on the day, none for your team. Goes to show you that a clean day in the field really helps your pitching staff.
Oh, so true, Trace. I mean, our lineup is a little different right now. You know, I think we had 20 home runs sitting on the bench today to start off the game. And as a coach, I'm thinking, am I crazy? But defense wins ball games, you know, and we can bring those guys in, and we did with Jules. And you know, don't be surprised. Georgia Blair was going to come in at some point too. So we're just playing with our, you know, most fundamentally sound defense at this point right now. So you're right. I mean, we handle the ball and we do what we do. We're in a really good spot.
Denali said towards the end there that pretty much everyone knew they were going to win the game, even with the bases loaded. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I think that my pride, like I wanted to really push through with Aaliyah because I know she can do it. And maybe as a coach, if I have to look back at that, I might have made a change 1 batter sooner. But again, with Gianna coming in and this team, I'm not afraid to do anything. And that showed last week when I think we had a 2-strike squeeze. Like, we are not afraid to do whatever it takes to win with whoever is on our team, because that's how good we are. And that's the trust we have. So 100%. It may sound like fluff, but it's not. Like, we were dialed in.